Tonight, moving forward on a plan to protect the constitutional rights of protesters in Columbus while making sure those protests stay peaceful.
City Council is now rolling out phase one of that sweeping strategy aimed at striking the ideal balance between the public's right and the public's safety. Thank you for joining us tonight for NBC4 at 11. I'm Colleen Marshall.
And I'm Kerry Charles. NBC4's Caleb Michael has more on what sparked this plan and the fine line the City Council is walking.
Columbus City Council members say the 2020 protests in response to the murder of George Floyd were a point of reflection for the city. City leaders say it was evident they needed a new way to handle these kinds of demonstrations while also still protecting the First Amendment rights of Columbus residents.
When we saw the protests in 2020, we realized that we hadn't trained our officers the way that they should be trained.
The protests in response to the murder of George Floyd in 2020 were not up to the standards of Columbus leadership.
We were given an expectation by the community to do things different after George Floyd in May of 2020. And so throughout that following year, we made some adjustments.
Those adjustments mainly being the development of a new unit within the Columbus Division of Police called the Dialogue Team.
But, we have to have honest dialogue needs honest intent. And so it's us collaborating with people in the community to figure out how we can facilitate First Amendment activity.
Commander Dwayne Mabry has been with the unit since its inception.
And we applied it that following summer during Pride with just 2 officers, actually a sergeant and an officer.
Fast forward to now.
Our goal was to get 25 officers. We have 45.
Tonight's vote by Columbus City Council approved more than $90,000 to a program called Engage Columbus. The money will go towards research initiatives, enhancing crowd management strategies, and fostering dialogue between police and demonstrators. It's being done in conjunction with Ohio State.
What we're doing differently now is we're trying to engage it well in advance and trying to give people a voice and a space to air their grievances, both through their government and their community. And so we create an atmosphere where that happens.
The impact of the unit already evident.
Whether you like the message or not of anyone showing up, it's the fact that people get to come and have a message. And so whether it was the drag queens at Land Grant or whether it was the neo-Nazis came in, people had a voice.
Columbus City Councilman Emmanuel Remy agrees.
We're going to protect people's First Amendment rights, but we're also going to make sure that we're doing this in a peaceful way. And so, if you're coming for some sort of, nefarious reasons, that's not going to work here in Columbus.
Commander Mabry says he is grateful for the city's support and is dedicated to ensuring the success and growth of the unit.
And we want people across police agencies across the United States to look at Columbus as the model on how to do this.
The money going to Columbus Police is just phase one of Enable Columbus. City Council member Emmanuel Remy says this kind of work is transformative and he is excited to see the kind of impact it will have moving forward. Local for you in Columbus, I'm Caleb Michael, NBC4.